The world is changing, the world is moving. Artificial intelligence is something so good that you can learn. And the beauty about these courses that I'm talking about, they don't even take years for you to learn. Beyond your degree, learn something that is going to add something into your life. This even goes back to our workplaces. I wish I knew these things when I was still a teen or a young person. I know I would have been far and way better. Hello, welcome to Mavin 256. My name is Mavin as usual. But before I start, I want to first appreciate my people, the people that watched our last episode about the mindset. I love the comments, I love the feedback that was shared back to me. And for people to understand, and they understood that yes, mindset is something big, something important that we need in our life to change. You get? So I appreciate you so much. But yes, welcome today. Today we are doing something different. Today I'm doing it alone. I'm doing it alone. My co-host can't be here today. But we are talking about success. As a young man, as a young woman, as a youth outside there, even an adult, there are things that you need in life. And me, I wish I knew the things when I was growing up that they are so important, they are so vital and so good to help you succeed, to help you grow in this world. But before we start our show today, I want to ask you, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe and follow us here on YouTube so that we can grow, so that our community can be big in a different way and we can become bigger way better. Every time you share, every time you comment, every time you subscribe, you're helping a person who is not getting the information, or the one who needs information to get it. Because research continues to show that many people outside there are dying because of lack of information. And you never know, if you share this video, if you like, if you comment, if you subscribe, you're pushing it to the right person to get the right information that they need at the moment. Yes, for you might not need this at the moment, but there's a certain person who needs it. So for you to help us get this information, reach the right person, it's by just you commenting, by you subscribing, and the right person will get the information. That's how the algorithm works. The more you subscribe, the more the work keeps moving. But yes, welcome. Today, as I said, we are talking about success. Success is something important that we need in life. I believe everyone outside there, you're dreaming to become successful in life. You have something big you want to do. You have something big in life you dream of. You want to drive that Porsche car. You want to live in a better and wonderful life. You want to marry. You want to get that better job. You want to be far, as a human being. And mostly as us, the young people. Same goes to me. I have big dreams, and I know I will achieve them. But basically, how can we be successful in life? How can we grow? How can we be better? You get? How can we help each other become better? And I wish, as I said at the intro, that if I knew these things when I was still young, I would be better. Because now we are in a society, we are in a community where we are taught, or when we are being groomed when we are still young, they tell us that life is difficult, life is hard, life is complicated, life is very bad. They give us examples. For us, our parents, when we were going to school, we used to walk miles and miles. So they put that fear in you as a young person, as you grow up, and you see life in a spectrum of, it is very difficult. It's very hard for me to make it in life, But I want us to put that aside, Yes, they have scared us enough. They have intimidated us. They have not believed in us. They have put us down. But we want to be successful. But how can we be successful? My first point, beyond your degree, what other skill do you have? Yes, they tell us that being a teacher is enough. being a doctor is enough. Being a counselor like me, it's enough. We are groomed in a way that when we are starting life from O-level baby class, it is only one thing they are telling you that you're supposed to be. You must be a teacher at the end. You must be a doctor. You must be a pilot. You must be a businessman. Like, you're supposed to do one thing. But who said that? And who said that if you're a counselor like me, you can't do podcasts? You can't do two things. Who said that if you're a teacher, you can't do another business aside? Who said, like, why are you keeping yourself in one corner like this? That for me, I'm a counselor, I'm supposed to be in a counseling room 24/7. That's where I'm supposed to be. For me, I'm a teacher, I'm supposed to be on the chalkboard 24/7. That's where I'm supposed to be, right? It really doesn't make sense. Because now we're in the world where things are changing, whereby the information that you're giving, let's say you're a counselor, one can get it online, right? So if you sit home and you be like, for me, I'll wait for my patients in the counseling room, honestly, when are you going to make success become something big in your life? When are you going to become successful? When are you going to be better? So beyond your degree, learn something that is going to add something into your life. This even goes back to our workplaces. Yes, Mavin, you're known for counseling. But beyond counseling, what can you do, right? What else? Because if you are looking for an extra skill, do you have it? Now, for me, I'll talk about myself. I'm a counselor, but I do photography, right? I can take pictures. Yes, I might not be that good at editing, but I know how to take pictures. Videography, I can record videos and edit them. I'm a social media manager of where I work from. I manage their socials. So beyond my counseling profession, I'm a social media manager, a photographer, a videographer, anything. I'm here. I'm also a YouTuber, podcaster. So I'm not keeping myself in one lane of, I'm supposed to be a counselor seated somewhere and I'm like, okay, this is what I'm supposed to be and this is what I was meant for. No, please. So beyond your degree, beyond that one profession that you know perfectly, and something, because time is going to come. This happened, I think, some good years back here when COVID hit. When they were looking for people to chase away from their jobs, I not to chase, but to lay off, people who remain behind, those are people that have different skills. That yes, Marvin is a counselor, but at the same time, he can, if our computers are down, he can operate them and, make them work. If internet is down, he's going to make it work. So, but person B, what he only knows is counseling only. So when we are evaluating, who do we keep? We keep the one who has a skill. So learn a skill. In the skills we have graphic designing. Go and learn graphic designing. It's easy to learn and so affordable. Web designing. These are things that are so easy. If you can also go back to my YouTube channel, I have a full episode about the skills that you need to learn. We have IT. Go and learn some skills about IT. That is our computer work and everything. We have AI, artificial intelligence. The world is changing. The world is moving. Artificial intelligence is something so good that you can learn. And the beauty about these courses that I'm talking about, they don't even take years for you to learn. These are short courses that you can learn within 2 weeks, 1 month like this, and it's done. These are short courses that you can even learn for free online. You just go online and learn them free of charge. You get. So learn these skills. Coding. Add a coding course onto your life. You get. That next time when you're at the workplace, they need to develop something. They don't need to pay someone outside. They can call you and you do it, right? So, and add another extra skill beyond your degree as a person. You get. It is so important and so good. So beyond your degree, add a skill. That is one of the ways of becoming successful. That now I'll give it a scenario here in Uganda. Do you know We have people who is a teacher, at the same time a farmer, at the same time an MC, at the same time he has a studio where he takes pictures and videos and everything. So you want to compete with this person, right? In life, you want to be like him. The best example I can give is Uncle Mo. Everyone knows Uncle Mo. He's a mechanic, he's an MC, he's a content creator. So at the end of it all, yes, Marvin, you're here. You want to be like him. But how do you want to be? You want to be successful like him. You want to drive the car he's driving. Yes, you can do it. But for him, he's earning beyond his degree, which is being a mechanic and everything. He's a comedian on top of that. So all of those skills that he has, they bring food onto his table. And that's how he has managed to become successful. You get? So beyond your degree, add something. Number 2, financial discipline. Financial discipline is something important that we need to learn. And I think, it's a problem here in Africa. But outside world, I mean like in Europe, those guys are far, far, far beyond. Nigga will get his salary, budget for it. Even before it comes in, he already knows how he's going to spend, the bills he has to pay. You find this person has no problems. But most of the problems we have here in Africa, I would say here in Uganda, generate from our finances. You earn your 500, but your lifestyle is worth 1 million. Like, honestly, how are you going to make it in life? You know, ofune mitwalaga atano. Na hii lifestyle jolimu ya milioni yamu. Kati honestly, ngamba amazima ebizibu bivamu otyamu bulamu. Because most of the problems stem from there. Olina kubya na ugasina kyakulya ere. But wosula wa mitwala na. Ku mitwala atano sigaziza emitwalo 10. At the end of it all, if this is a girl, this is how she's going to end up getting pregnant, getting HIV, because she's looking for a sugar daddy or someone else who's potential, or kumuyamba after the remaining rent. Those are problems that you're adding onto your life. You get? Live within the means of your budget. You get, if you're earning 500, when the 500 comes in, budget for it. That's the number 1 financial discipline that you should know. Budgeting. I earn 500, so I must cut my 500 in these pieces like this and this. Yes, even if my friend calls me for a party, there's a party at Chadondo, I will know that, I will not make it. You get? But since you want to please this person of you, toina sente, ogenda kuba wewole. You find your life is like this. You're olumukwe to ga because of financial problems. But how did these financial problems come in? You didn't budget, you didn't plan. Here in Uganda or in Africa, what we do, we just, when money comes in, you get? Let's eat. Money will come. Money is coming. Money will not come. And at the end of it all, for us, the people you want to show that you are innocent yet you don't have, we are going to laugh. We have to talk. You cannot stop us from talking. You get? So live within the means. If you earn 500, sit down, plan for your 500. Understand, I'm going to cut it like this, like this, like this. And on top of the 500, how much am I going to save? You get? So in financial discipline, 3 things that are important. One of them is budgeting. You budget for your money properly and budget accordingly. Ekitegera to budgeting ate byotagenda kusobola kufuna, so you budget accordingly, then nechigwa. After that, we have what we call saving. You save. After your saving, we have what we call investment. Ngoka savings ekaweze, no investing somewhere. So that, or creating a chain, you create a system that even if Marvin, I'm not working, I have a system that will feed me, right? Let's leave this system of working for survival. Ata nonga we gaja bogaria. They give you salary within the first week, it's done. It's done, like it's done. What do you mean my goodness? It's done. Zuwedeo. Honestly, how are you going to become successful? How are you going to be like that role model of yours, Gwe Gomba? how are you going to be that star? How are you going to be that profession, right? So as young people, as the youth, I know these things are not being told to us, but let's learn to balance our finances. Let's learn to pray around our finances to take care. At the right time, things are going to come. You want an iPhone costs over 2.5. You save your money, you end up buying an iPhone. An iPhone needs data, you get, or you buy that fancy thing that you wanted. Sente zonna zikugwako. And now that's where problems start from. At the end of it all, you say life is stressing. By the way, one thing I've realized, life is not bad. It's us that make it look bad. Life is there. It gives you everything for you on a plate. But because of us living in poor ways, and then we start complaining, we blame God. But we ourselves, we are the major causes of the problems that we have in life. The problems stem from us. One, maybe because of your talking, or mumago, two, finances, how poor planning, poor budgeting, or chidaba. You earn 500 naira, could living life 1 million. I think I told you so. Of course, there are other problems that we cannot stop, like death, okuwala and everything. Those are okay. You get, but most of the problems farmers are creating. Number 3, living a purposeful life, right? The life you're living, does it reflect what you want to be? Honestly, does it? If the life you're living is not reflecting what you want to be, yes, Marvin, you want to be a rich man, you want to be a podcaster, you want to be a YouTuber that is so successful, but the life you're living, does it reflect? You get? Does it bring out the picture that, yes, we want Marvin wants to be like this, but does it show us? You get? Because when you live a purposeful life, it helps you to keep focused. You keep focused, you keep motivated. That's the beauty about purpose, living a purposeful life. You set your goals, no setting up lungi. That's what I'm talking about, purposeful life. No, but by the end of this year, I want to be here. So you will work towards that goal of yours that you set. You will work towards that success of yours that you want to be. You will work towards your dream. And that's the purpose. You want to be a top musician, right? Now, are you setting the goals to be that? And success will not come overnight, like in which you get boom and come. No, success is worked for. So live a very purposeful life. Set your goals. You get, and maintain a healthy work balance. Don't feel you want to overwork. No. You get. Reason why I'm telling you these things as a youth, as a young person who is there, we are at the age of where we need to work hard, right? Me, I'm here when we are in our 20s, early 20s. So if you want to listen to these things when you are 40, 30, my dear, second day. Because wana tukile miaka asatu ngobulamu bugenze. So why don't you toil right now? Why don't you start right now? Why don't you fight right now? Why don't you hustle right now? Because this is the time. This is the time that we need you to fight. Wona tukira miaka asatu ana ngo already wakolera do bukulu bo. That's why they always tell us that work for your bukulu. And then this is the right time. So purposeful life is something important. It's something that we need. It's something that is beautiful, that is going to help us become the men, become the women that we really, really want to be. And I believe if you do that, you're going to become successful. So number 1, let me remind you quick. We say number 1, skill, add a skill beyond your degree. Number 2, financial discipline. You get, that is also important. Number 3, we have said beyond our financial discipline, what have we said? Purposeful life. When you live that purposeful life, life is going to be okay. Life is going to be kawa. And we shall become successful, I'm telling you, if we do these things. So point number 4 that we're going to is what we call resilience and adaptability. Resilience and adaptability is something important that we need. Life, I will say here basically in Uganda or anywhere you are, life is so stressing. Problems are here, challenges are here. We want to become successful, but problems are going to come in. A lot of challenges are going to come in our lives. Issues are going to become a lot. You just, people are going to criticize you. Yes, you get? You've started doing something small, people are going to criticize you. Those are challenges. You've taken a big step somewhere, people are going to, they want to downplay you. We're this side where we have witchcraft, but if you're a Christian, alas, we don't believe in witchcraft. But witchcraft is there. Someone is fighting you at your workplace. They want to take your job. Someone is doing you shit. Someone is doing you so bad. Here and there, your landlord is on your neck. A lot is happening. You've changed status. So challenges are many. Problems are many. But what does it take for a successful man, a successful woman to be so successful? There are only 2 things. You being resilient and adapting quickly. Being resilient is like, yes, I'm going through this, but it won't break me. Facing my problems, not running away from the problems, because that's what we always do most of the times. You run when a problem comes in, you take off. But it won't happen next time. So if you face your problem right now and you face it, yes, man to man, and you go through it, next time it happens, it won't be like it's happening for the first time. No. It will be happening for the second time, and you already have the solution because it happened at point A, you went through it. Now it's just a walkover. You get? So being resilient is something important. You face your fears. You face those challenges that are there. Yes, landlord is chasing you. You be like, okay. And this is where adaptability comes in. Landlord has chased you from your house that you've been living in that is so comfortable, but now you have to go to a place that is not your class, your level, but you have to adapt quickly. Because when you adapt quickly, it helps you to grow. You understand that, okay, yes, and now it's not permanent. It has happened, it's going to change. Okay, it has happened, I have to accept it. They have chased me out of the house, let me go. You go into a new place, you adapt quickly. Because this is one also of another challenge to people who finish campus, who graduate. After graduating, you think life is going to be so simple, it's going to be so easy. Because when you are at campus, you are living in that lavish room of yours. You had a TV, electricity is there, you had everything, internet is easy, it's coming on your table. But right now, things have changed. So that's where adaptability comes in. Are you adapting quickly, or you're going to be in self-denial? And the more you deny it, the more it affects you in your life, the more you're going to suffer. You get? So you adapt quickly, you understand. Problem B has happened. Okay. They've chased me out of the job I wanted. Okay. Yes, now I understand this and this happened. Now, let's move on. How are we going to move on? Let's adapt quickly. Let's move to point A. There's a job of 300. I've been earning 500, but I'm not there. But there's the one of 300. I go. I pick that one. You're adapting. From that 300, you get. So adapt quickly. Be resilient in life as a man, as a woman, as a young person. Don't despise jobs because you studied and you expected that when I move out, I'm supposed to be earning 1.2. And the truth is you're not earning it, or you're not seeing the job. And the jobs around are giving you 500, 400, 600. My brother, my sister, go and work for that. That's what we call adaptability. Adapt quickly with the environment, with the reality. Things at point A are different and at point B are different. So when you leave A and you go to B, adapt so fast. And if God blesses you and you live let's say you've been in a bad environment and now you're in a good environment, adapt quickly, join into the good environment. I've suffered a lot. We don't want to hear your problems. And that's that people don't want to listen to you, what you're going through, your challenges. Adapt quickly, balancing a life mango, and move on so fast. So resilience and adaptability is something that we need in life and it's going to be important. Point number 5 is strong communication skills. Katigwe, how are you going to become successful? If they tell you to write, you cannot even write important, or can I call it important, but information that is rich. Your communication skills are so poor that even in written, you cannot bring out what is needed. You get? So you want to become successful, work around your communication skills. This was me. I think the past 23 years of my life, right? I thought my communication skills were good. Not until one day, my uncle introduced me to someone that was so important. He was like, this is my son, Edede. Say hi. I greeted the man, but my voice wasn't even, the nigga didn't even hear me. Teyampulira, right? Bagamba in a meeting, stand up and speak. They cannot even hear you. Like, yes, pardon. In the lecture rooms, they used to, why is your voice too low? What does that show? My communication skills are poor. They are low like this. But we want to become successful. Successful people are so ambitious. If they stand to speak, you will hear what they are saying. If he writes down what he wants, ojabi will ojabi tegeira. So as a young man, as a young lady, it is really important, it's really vital that you work on your communications and your communication skills, right? Stand up. Put the fear away, because last time we're talking about a mindset. Let's leave that negative mindset behind. Let's carry the positivity in our lives, you get? Yes, you get into a meeting, you don't believe in yourself, but speak. Say a word. Our lecturer used to tell us that never leave a place unnoticed. Because when you're noticed, the next time when they're looking for a person, they will look for you. You want to become successful, work on your communication skills. Because they can take you far. They can take you far. Communication skills are important both in oral and written. And to become better, it's by starting slowly. You train your brain slowly. Communicate. You might say, Mavin, for you, at least you can speak. I wasn't like this, but I have trained myself to become like this. Slowly. And this is how far we have reached. Or this is how far I have reached. By telling my brain, yes, we can do this. Yes, mistakes happen. You don't believe in yourself, right? You do mistakes. But once you do that mistake and you correct it, the next time you won't do it. But how will you even correct a mistake that you haven't done? So start slowly, communicate. And this will help you. Communication skills are so important in our lives that they help us build relationships. That's, we can be romantic relationships, but also work relationships. You get with your boss. But every time they are talking to you and they say, bring out a point, you cannot even, get a point never you. So communication helps us to build those strong relationships with the people we want or with the people that we truly need. Point 6, we're going to talk about continuous learning. Me, when I finished campus, I thought learning was done and that was enough for me. But learning never gets done. In today's fast-paced world, whereby things are changing every now and then, my dear, things you learned and you want to keep yourself on those things, you get old for nothing. Because you're even disturbing yourself, right? Things are changing on a daily basis. So fast. So a successful man, a successful woman, you have to be so curious. You have to open your mind up. You have to study. You have to go and make research. What has come new? What has developed? Okay, now businesses are no longer advertising the other old traditional of you have to go to the radio, you have to do like this. Okay, you have to pay this TikToker. No, I can get my phone. I can also advertise my own business. Okay, you've learned that. So you would have spent 6 million by doing an advert on TV. But now I can spend like 2. I just get my content creator. I get a person who is a videographer. They come and shoot content for me. They work on it because they want quality to come out and the video becomes dope. I just put on my social media pages. You've advertised, you get? So you learn that. You're like me, you're a podcaster. Okay, now, how a podcast done, Marvin, right? They're done like this in this simple way. What do I need? Back then, you needed like 10 cameras to shoot. But right now, with your smartphone, you can set up your podcast and you start, you record. You want to become a streamer? But how will you get such kind of information if you boxed yourself in one corner? It is so simple and easy by learning. So continuous learning as a successful man is so important and it's good. Trends come in and go. So you are in fashion. So for you think what you learned at school is what you're supposed to go with. No, please go and learn. As a successful man, a successful woman, continuous learning is something that is important and vital that we need in our lives. So learn, please. Go and learn something. Point number 7, which is our last point, is networking and building relationships. Who are your friends in your circle, right? Networking is something important that will push you somewhere, that will take you far. Network with point A, network with point B, that at one point, all these networks are going to help you go somewhere. But how will you build good relationships and networking? We go back to our point. Strong communication skills, your discipline as a person, all of these yield to strong networking systems. And networking, don't look for your best friends. In networking, look for people who are better than you. That is something I've learned. Those people who challenge you. And this is not a bad thing. Getting these people is so difficult. But how will you get them? By proving to them that what you're doing is right. Because these people are far and they are beyond us, right? And what we need to do is we learn from them. We don't criticize them or feel bad or jealous about what they are doing. But you want to be like point B. Network and make sure you get to them. And how are you going to get to them? Prove to them that what you're doing is worthy. But don't just tell them I have this and this. But prove to them that, yes, I'm worthy to be in your league. And when you get into that league, don't settle there. Go for far. That's how you become successful. One thing I learned is that when you're in your circle and you're the best, you need to leave that circle. Because those people, most of the times, they will just keep praising you. They will not challenge you. And how do we grow? We grow from challenges. So as a successful man, have strong relationships. That I have point A where I can call when I have a challenge and they'll help me through. I have point B that if they get a job, the person they can refer or the person they can connect first is Mavin, because I'm their friend. I've built a network. And networks are built on what you do, right? If you're good in what you do and everything that is around you, you become better. So if I knew this information back then, I wouldn't have suffered. Or I'm not going to be suffering, but I would have been way better if I understood that, yes, Mavin, you need to learn new skills beyond your degree or your one profession. You have to be a strong and a good communicator. You have to continuously learn. You have to have financial discipline. It's issues of I have to just eat money far, you don't plan. I wish I knew these things when I was still a teen or a young person. I know I would have been far and way better. So I want to thank you so much for sticking around to watch this long episode with me. I believe you've learned something and you're going to be way better. So we learned that our mindset can be changed last time. And now, since we have changed our mindset, we want to become successful. So can you listen to these points that I've listed up? You become better, you'll be a better man, you'll be a better woman, and you become successful in life. So thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Mavin as usual, and this is Mavin 256. And what we are doing is the Mavin Mindset. I speak out my mind, basing on my lifetime experiences, my stories, what I've read here and there, making research for you to become a better woman, a better person. Subscribe, and you get the best out of us.